Hello. Well, welcome back. It's the third video for the first week where everything is about awareness. And this video was kind of the foundation for me to really be interested in meditation. And if you are anything like me, I always knew like I really should meditate, or meditate would be really great for me. And I've read so many good things, and people who are really successful, they are meditators, and like Oprah meditates, and Damon Dash, and you did like so many people meditate, and they're very good at what they're doing, and so I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to do it. But whenever I was sitting down, my thoughts were just going off the rocks, and I could not concentrate. I couldn't quiet anything down, and it was just a ceiling fan of thoughts that was looping around in circles. And there were like these bills to pay, and an invoice to write, or a project that needed to be finished up, or something about my daughter that was coming up. And so while I heard that if you meditate you can get much more done in a short amount of time, it just sounded like such a waste of time to sit there, because that time I could do two of the three things on my, or like two or three of the many things that was on my to-do list. I could just have it done. And so I just got up and did those, and wanted to wait for another day where everything's calmer to start meditate. What really changed my drive, or my interest, in why I sat down and started to meditate, is this fundamental understanding, and it has nothing to do with meditation, but with this, that everything is energy. You are energy, I am energy. The table is energy, the fireplace is energy, my computer, the camera, everything is energy. And that was really like, I was very startled by that. What do you mean? Like I can touch my hair, and I can touch my arm. I'm matter. Like I am matter. How can I be more energy than matter? It doesn't make much sense. I thought, so yeah, I get it. I have energy. I mean, we always talk about that. If you're really tired, exhausted, or sick, then you're thinking, oh, I have no energy. Like I'm really low on energy. Or if my daughter eats a whole bar of chocolate, she's bouncing off the walls and she's screaming, I have too much energy. I have too much energy. So that one I understood. But that we are energy. So this information, the first time that I was really introduced was through Dr. Joe Dispenza, but then it was reconfirmed by Bruce Lipton and Greg Braden, Dr. Sue Morter, and from then on so many other people, and everything I started reading about that, everybody's been confirming this. And this is based on quantum physics, which says when you look at the atom, which is like what we are all built from, is the atom has 99.9999999% energy, and only 0.0000001% matter. So, and that's the building blocks. We are made out of atoms. Everything is made out of atoms, and obviously the majority is energy. So that one was very interesting. What I also thought is like, well, there is a bit of matter there, sure, right? And so the scientists, when they looked at the subatomic particles, so even smaller than the atoms, the subatomic particles, they wanted to see, does the subatomic particle behave more like energy or more like matter? So they built up their equipment to look if it is energy, and they looked at it, and yes, it was energy. It behaved like wave light information. And then, so yeah, it's like energy. And then they dismantled the equipment, put the new stuff up, looked at it, and saw, yeah, it behave like matter. And Yes, it behaves like matter. So it behaves like both. The interesting thing about the experiments about matter is that they were looking, because if you think about it, if you have this huge area of energy, the 99.99% energy, and then you have the matter at 0.00001. So they had to like fish and look for where is the matter within the field of energy. When they looked at a certain spot, that's where the matter appeared. And when they looked away from it and it disappeared again, and they looked and put their attention to another area, and that's where matter appeared again. So yes, we're matter and we're energy. We are more energy, but also where we put our attention, that's where matter materializes. And so that was very interesting to me. So because it made me understand that whatever I was looking for, I would find. And that's kind of the proof we're seeing in our society, if I make the cross-reference, is that if you believe a certain thing, you will find the proof and evidence that will affirm that what you believe is correct, which makes clear that people who believe that the coronavirus, for example, is a hoax, an invention, and a plot to control citizens, then you will find affirming information to confirm that belief. And if you think it's a real threat, if you believe it's a real threat, then you will hear and find and confirm that reality as well. It is what you are looking for, you will find, and that it can be anything at the same time. It depends wherever you put your energy, your focus, that is where the energy flows, which is the same thing. Remember with the last video when I was talking about when you are all up in your head, which happens when you're looking at the news and when you're looking at social media and when you try to fix it or think about something else and you put all of your energy into all of these things that are outside of you. But what a difference it makes when you're able to center yourself and just breathe and be in your body. Okay. Yeah. So where your attention goes, energy flows. Where your attention goes, energy flows, and something materializes or it manifests. So that means if we are aware of our thoughts and beliefs, how does this all make sense in what we spoke about this week? It has everything to do about that. Because when you believe something to be true and you look for proof, it'll be reflected for you. If you think you'll never be successful because your father never was and you're seemingly in his footsteps and all you see in your life reflects that reality back to you, it's impossible for you to manifest success. And it doesn't matter how hard you work or how smart you are or how many challenges you overcome. And again, it's like there is these subconscious beliefs as well. And if you're afraid you'll get sick, or think if you go out with wet hair and then when it's cold and then you get sick, you'll get sick, that will manifest. But if you're confident, if you believe in something positive, and if you're putting your energy into possibility, that also can manifest. So yeah. So that's a lot for today, and I hope I was able to get this across to you in the way that it's all percolating in my head and everything that I've been digesting here for you. See you next Friday for the coaching session, and I'm so excited to hear your questions, your thoughts, and what you think. See you.